Hello guys, today we will analyze the poem "TheSunRising" by Donn. So before discussing this poem, let us discuss something about this poet. So John Donne was considered as a father of metaphysical poetry, and one of the characteristic of metaphysical poetry is they often uses metaphysical conceit. Their poems are full of these conceit, and in metaphysical conceit, these poets compare two different things, and their subjects are more abstract. They talk about the existence of God, death, and love. So they use these metaphysical conceit to begin their poetry, to set an argument, and at the end they solve the argument, and they solve the questions or rhetorical question, the idea, as they want at the end. So these are the characteristics of the metaphysical poets. So sun rising is also full of these metaphysical conceits. So the background of this poem is the lover. They are lying on bed and they are being disturbed by the beams of the sun. So this poem starts as busy old fool, unruly sun, why does thou thus through windows and through curtains call on us? So here these couple are disturbed, and this give a reason uh, to poet to criticize the sun. So he is giving the sun the characteristics of human to set an argument, to talk as he talking to a human. So he's calling it a busy old fool, and he's directly addressing to son, which this device is called apostrophe when someone addressing some abstract idea directly. So he is arguing that why you are disturbing us, or why you are entering through these curtains and holes from the window, you are uninvited. So unruly sun here means that the sun is not following the schedule of the poet, because poet doesn't want to wake up. He wants the night long as he's enjoying the company of her beloved. So but the sun is not following this the schedule of the poet, so he is calling it busy old fool. So must to thy motions lover season run. So he's arguing and asking a rhetorical question: are we lover are responsible to follow your schedule? So no, here poet is also showing the authority that we lover are not responsible to follow your schedule. You are responsible to follow the schedule of the lovers or love. So they are not like everyone else follows the motion, or we can say in when the sun rises, everyone took their work. They go to their job. They do their respective works, and at there they went there. They go to their homes, and so uh, so common people are following those rules. But here poet is showing that he is a supreme authority. He will not follow, he and his lover, his beloved, will not follow this rule. So he is further arguing that he is insulting the sun. So see pedantic verge, go chide, let schoolboys and sore pretenses, go tell court huntsmen that the king will ride, call country ants to harvest offices. So here in this stanza, the poet is commanding the sun to do all the duties, those duties which is often done by the sun. But why the main difference is sun is being a servant to the poet. That poet is commanding sun to do all his duty, to tell the huntsman to write that when the sun rises, huntsmen or the knights will get prepared for the hunt. So country ants here are referring to peasants of the country. When the sun rises, they often go to the harvest in the field. So these all the common works which is only done by the shine of the sun. But uh, instead uh, instead of following those things, the poet is arguing that go and done all these things. So here he is commanding and showing the authority. And moving ahead, love all alike, no season knows nor climb, nor hours, days, months, which are regs of time. So here the poet is making an abstract, or we can say a journal aphorism or universal thing, that love, the true love, is not affected by the time, or no matter when the true lover are there. So this time, months, these are the regs of time will not affect these lover. So love is a kind of experience, or we can say it won't be affected by your schedule or these days, hours. It won't be affected by these things. So at the same time, the poet is considering himself a different world, a kind of authority, and which is different from others. So Thai beams so reverent and strong, why should think though think? So why he is again asking a rhetorical question, that why are you thinking that you are so strong, uh, although you are not. So here the poet is keep on insulting the sun. I could eclipse and could them with a wing, but I would not lose her sight so long. So he is saying that I have an you can say power that I can eclipse. I can divide you in parts with a wing. If I close my eyes, your beams won't disturb me, but I will not do this because I am looking at the face of my beloved, and uh, I won't lose that sight for a few seconds, that I can't. So her eyes have not blinded thine. Look and tomorrow late tell me. So he's now using the metaphysical conceit that he's comparing the eyesight of his beloved with the shine or warmth of the sun. So average person or common person cannot look at the sun, because if someone stares at sun, so he will get blind. So in the same way, the poet is considering the sight of his beloved more stronger than the sun. So he's saying, if my lover put an eyesight on you, you get blind. If not, look tomorrow and tell me whether both the Indians' spice and mine beware thou left them or lie here within me. So here the poet is using the metaphysical conceit. So he is saying, first of all, he is comparing his beloved eyesight with the shine, and now he is saying that the West Indies, these all the countries. So he's saying that if you have seen all these things on different areas, so now look again, they won't be there, because that areas, that lands are lie here with me. So here he is uh, comparing his beloved, his the body of beloved, as the lands, these lands. So they are with him. So uh, in Donn poems, there is a self-sufficient, then whenever he is with his beloved, he feels a complete world. Like he is considering his beloved as these West Indies. Her body is West Indies, so he is arguing the sun that look around and you will find these West Indies and all these things with on this bed beside me, which is his beloved. So ask for those king whom thou sawest yesterday, and thou shalt hear all here in one bed lay. So those all the kings which were ruling at the West Indies or in those areas, uh, uh, and now the change is, now you shall hear all here one bed, that he and his beloved are the both ruler of all these things, all those areas, and you will listen the commands. So here in this 10 lines, uh, there is a macrocosm. A macrocosm is something uh, when a poet consider himself a little world. His bed and these walls are compared to the world. The body of his beloved is being compared with the West Indies or the spices. So uh, the poet John Donne considered himself a complete world, and the element of self-sufficient is there in all the love poems of John Donne. When he is with his beloved, he considers himself a complete world, and as we can see from his tone, that he is insulting everything else. That nothing else exists but he and his beloved. So So she is all is dead, and all princes are, and nothing else is. So here again he is arguing with Sun that his beloved is all is dead, and all princes, and I am the princess, I am the king, I am the authority, and he is my queen, and no other thing than us can exist. So he is so obsessed with his beloved that he can't even see the empires, the other world. For him, her bedroom is the complete world. His beloved is compared with all those countries, all these colonies, and he considered the king of that that areas, and which is his beloved, and his the body of his beloved is compared with in West Indies and all those areas, and he's considering himself authority or a king. Princes do, but players compared to this. So princes, other than this poet and his beloved, nothing else exists. They are just pretending to be like this poet. So all honors or mimic or wealth alchemy. So now the honors are a vain, because here he uses alchemy. In John times, the chemists were in a search. They were doing a research, or they were uh, get doing a struggle to change the zinc or copper into gold. So which was impossible to attain. So all these honors and mimic and princes are a vain attempt. So because they are just pretending, they are not real. They cannot like these uh, poet and his beloved. Though sun art half as happy as we, in that the worlds contracted thus. So he's arguing and telling the sun that you can't achieve the ecstasy we are having. That you can't achieve that because the happiness, the ecstasy we have created in this small room, you can't attend that. Thine age succeeds, and since thy duties be. So here the poet is so obsessed that he thinks that the happiness, the uh, the power lies in getting the love. If you got the love, if you got the beloved with yourself, you don't need to conquer the world. You don't have to follow or worship anything else rather than your beloved. So this also indicates the completeness, the self-sufficient in all the love poems of John Donne. He is full of pride that he doesn't care about what he is arguing with. All those divine things, the sun and all those religious belief, he is arguing, and he is showing a disrespect, insulting all those divine. But what a thing he respect is his beloved. The only thing which is in his conscience is his beloved, and nothing else. So moving further, thine is, so now he is using the personification that you now your edge is asking for ease, so you should take rest, although sun cannot done that because sun is inhuman. So since Thai's duties be to warm the world, that's done in warming us. So here again, this poet consider himself a world. So he thinks that he is a commanding. If you are warming us, then you have done your job. We are the world. We are the complete world. If you are if you do if your duty is to warm the world and warming us, you have done you have warmed the world. Since shine here to us, and thou art is everywhere. If you will shine to us, then your shine, your rays, your beams will be everywhere. So this is metaphysical conceit there, where he compares his bed, his rooms with the whole world. If beams are lying on his room, so it will lie on the whole world. This bed, thy center is, these walls, thy sphere. So this bed here, it infers or refers to the belief of old cosmology, where it was believed that the earth is at the center, and around it sun revolves around the earth. So here uh, the poet John Donne compares his bed to that earth and commands the sun to revolve around him. So he considers himself the earth. So this is a metaphysical conceit. So in this last stanza, we can analyze this the use of metaphysical conceit, like warming us is to warm the world. Shine here, and this bed is thy center, and uh, so this is how he uses the metaphysical conceit. So if we talk about the themes, love is absolute power, love is the authority. Uh, John Donne in his poem "Sunrising," it is very clear when he is with beloved, he consider himself a complete world. He doesn't need anything else. His bedroom is a complete world. He compares his beloved body with all those things. So, and this his beloved gives him an authority to criticize the divine powers. So at the time, sun was praised, and it was considered as a symbol of fertility, that it is warming the whole world. But this love, when he is with beloved, he can go against all those we can say norms and the traditions they believe in, and this shows that love is above all. If you are in love, if you are getting the love, nothing else does matter. You are a complete world. It doesn't here it also signifies that you don't have to conquer the world. If you have love, if you have got your beloved, you so in conquering the body of the beloved, he is saying you have conquered the world. So this the concept or the theme of love and the authority which the love assures is absolute power one can have when he is having or experience of love. Another concept is macrocosm. Macrocosm, this is the concept where poets tend to compare themselves, or they consider themselves to the world. Throughout the poem, we have seen that he is comparing his bed and his room with the whole world. It's by saying that if you are warming us, then you have done your duties, that you have warmed the whole world. And when he is comparing Thai bed is this bed is the center, it is very obvious that he is consider himself the whole world when he is comparing his bed to the earth. So there's clashes between love and the religion, like when poet uh, experiences love when he is with beloved, so he goes against the religion. And in religion, the sun is a divine symbol, a divine force, but when he is with beloved, so he to across all those limits. So this is a contradiction in love and divine, we can say. So then another theme of this poem is their self-sufficient. All the love poems of John Donne is complete when he is accompanying by the beloved. Nothing more or less he needs. He considered himself a complete authority. He considered himself a world, a king, and he don't need anyone to disturb him. So now let us analyze this poem literally. So there's the apostrophe when he was giving the human characteristics to the sun, busy on fool, and mastuthai, motions, lover, season, run. So like he's addressing mastuthai, like is a two-person not communicating. So this thine age asks like when a junior person is saying that you should take rest. So it seems that there is a dialogue between two persons, although there is no one but a poet himself. And there, as we know, this the metaphysical poetry revolves around the metaphysical conceit. So he's using that conceit to warm the world that's done in warming us. So he considered himself a world. If you are warming a poet, so you are warming the whole world. This bed is thy center, this wall thy sphere. Like he considered himself the center of the world, and he commands the sun to revolve around him. His bed is being compared with the earth. If her eyes have not blinded, then like he's comparing the power or the power of her beloved eyesight with the power of sunshine. So as a normal person cannot stare at the sun, so if her beloved to put a glance on the sun, so sun will get blinded. Often, these poets ask rhetorical questions. So here in this poem, there are a few questions: must thy emotions, lover, seasons run? So these rhetorical questions mean they can't be answered, but the poet will answer all these questions because sun cannot answer all those questions. Thy beam so reverent and strong, why shouldn't thou think? And through windows and curtains call on us. So all these are the rhetorical question, and uh, and before asking this question and after asking this question, uh, the poet is answering all those questions himself. Aphorism, another poetic device, is used in this poem where he explains a general ideas, a universal idea that love is the true love isn't affected by the time or dregs of the time, and all at the same time he is giving us the fact, a general history. We all know about alchemy that the chemists were in a struggle to change those metals into gold, but their attempt were vain. So these are the literary devices used in this poem. So in John times, there were two different ideas regarding cosmology. The one was geocentric, and other was heliocentric. The old concept about the world and the astronomy was that Earth was at the center and Sun was revolving around the Earth, uh, and he was obsessed with this idea, geocentric, and he was not accepting this new idea which was emerging after Galileo discovered the telescope, and he found that it is Sun who is at the center, and Earth is revolving around this. So if we have seen in the last couplet that he is saying this bed is thy center. So he's emphasizing that on his old belief that earth is at the center, not the sun. So this clash between his old belief and new ideas. So he is showing his beliefs about cosmology in this poem Sun Rising. So he was not accepting the new ideas which was emerging, that the sun is not revolving around the sun, but it is earth which is revolving around the sun.